The tactical task to breathe fire has now been issued. Good to go. You will breathe fire day in and day out for the next 2 months. You will breathe fire in your sleep. You will feel fatigue. You will feel fear. You will feel happiness. You will feel regret. You will feel sadness. At the end of the day, you will continue to breathe fire. Good to go. Okay, with that said, you will take the operational instinct, and here's what I tell you to do, and it's almost one of those impossible tasks, but you gotta fight for it every day. You gotta use that operational instinct, and you gotta know what happens before it happens. You gotta stay methodical on the field. You gotta stay clear-headed on the field. You gotta work any resource as required to move like this, move methodical, and ensure you always have mutual support in position to affect the fight and bring fires as required to fight.
What's up, guys? Chris all here with Raised Landscaping. In this video, I just want to discuss a couple things. Today is Saturday. I just finished up all of the work for the day. And guys, I just want to say that winter services are in. Do not take your foot off the gas because it's so much that you could be doing right now, guys. Next week, God willing, I thank God for it, you know what I'm saying? Next week, I'm completely booked out with projects, you know what I mean? Some shrub trimming, relocating a couple bushes, just doing a couple property cleanups, a couple leaf jobs, leaf removal. It's just so many options, guys, and the jobs are really not hard. It's nowhere near compared to the cutting, and the payout is a lot more, if that makes sense. So just do not take your foot off the gas, man. Just keep moving. Whatever forms of marketing that you got going on, just run it, stick to it. And whatever marketing that you choose, just as a tip, don't add too many things to it. Whatever you gearing it towards, try to stick towards that. If you marketing for gutters, do only gutters. Don't say I'm doing gutters, I'm doing leaves, I'm painting cars, I'm doing pressure washing, all of that. Don't do all of that, because I feel like it's a lot better that way. If you just pick one specific thing and you can gear it towards that, you're more likely to grab the attention of that person, and you can go in detail with that one service, you know what I'm saying, versus listing a whole lot. That's why I just keep mine simple: mowing, removal, mulch. That's it. That's all I advertise. Well, we do a lot more also, but that's the only thing I'm putting out there. I used to have a whole list of things, but not anymore. When I run my leaf ads, leaf cleanups, property cleanups, that's all I'll say. You know, I'm not gonna say gutter cleanups when I'm running a leaf cleanup ad, you know? So I just try to keep it separate, you know what I mean? So you can try to grab that specific person for that specific thing that you're targeting for. Something else I wanted to mention too, when it comes to your pricing for these leaf cleanups and blowing leaves, stick to your guns. Guys, whatever you set your price as, rock with it. I have never seen so much negotiation in my life when it comes to lawn care, when it comes to the leaf cleanups. You give somebody a price for mowing, they'll either yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? If you got a tree job, you know, say, well, we'll do it for $1,300, and they might say, can you do it for $1,000, or can you do it for $1,200? You know what I mean? But when it comes to the leaf prices, you tell somebody $200 for a property cleanup to blow the leaves, and they like, whoa, where are you getting this number from? But they just do not understand that leaves are a lot more time consuming. And do not catch it when it's a bad day, when you have a lot of wind gusts, because you will be out there for a long time. I'm telling you, a 30-minute job gonna turn into 2 hours or an hour, just because you trying to fight the wind. So whatever you set your prices as for these leaf cleanups, stick to it. That's my only advice to you. I've turned down so many jobs this season already, guys, and we just now kicking off fall. It's what, 2 November, 3 November, 2 November, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's the beginning of November, and I've turned down a lot of leaf cleanups already, guys, because they do not want to accept my price. Like I said, it's a lot more time consuming. Me personally, I'll charge anywhere from $80 to $100 per man per hour when it comes to the leaf cleanups, because you want to make sure it look good, you want to make sure it's done right. And like I said, if they don't accept that price, I'm not gonna negotiate with them. You know, I'm gonna move on. Say, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you for your time. But if you have anything else in the future, let me know. Reach out. But as far as this right here, I can't. I'm not your guy. You know what I mean? Because I stick to my price, and it's a lot more that goes into these leaf cleanups than what most clients think. If you're mulching up the leaves, then that's something completely different. You know what I mean? I can understand that because it's not as much. All you're doing is taking the mower and running it over. And even if I bring out the bag with my mower, then I'm gonna charge more for that too. Why? Because you have dump fees. If you're not dumping it at a landfill, you still have to take the time to take the bag off, dump the bag, put the bag back on, hop back on the mower, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's a lot more time consuming. So that's what you have to think about. So there's no way that I'll do a leaf cleanup for like $60 or $70 and nowhere near my mowing prices. You know what I mean? That just won't happen. I told her that we can do the property cleanup for $350. And I always give options, guys. I give options. I say, if we blow it to the street, it'll be this price. But if I have to load them up on the trailer and take them to the dump, then that's gonna be an additional $100, $200. Why? Because I have to pay dump fees for number one, and then that's more travel time versus me coming back to the house or going to the next job. Now I have to go to the landfill and get that trailer empty. And then two, it takes more time loading it onto the trailer. If you have one of those big vacs where you can suck it up, then fine. But you have to charge accordingly to your equipment, if that makes sense. Like whatever equipment that you running right now, even if you just have a push mower, bagging leaves with a push mower, then you need to charge them according to that. You know what I mean? So just stick to your guns when it comes to the pricing for these leave guys and these property cleanups. Do not let these people try to get over you or undercut you, because as soon as you get out there on that job and you're getting into it, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have charged more. Or you're gonna try to take shortcuts to get the job done because you know, and this is human instinct. This is human instinct because you know that you way undercut yourself on the job. You charge them way too less than the amount of work that you're gonna put out. So stick to your guns, stay busy. And also stay prayed up too.